Well, hello, First and Calvary, and welcome to my office. I just wanted to invite you into my office to chat with you for a few minutes about something that's really close to my heart and something that you're going to be hearing more about as we move forward as a congregation together, and that is the Alpha course. So you're probably seeing this question mark around this little logo from Alpha. You're going to be seeing the Alpha question mark in more places. And so it may be making you ask two questions. Number one, so what is Alpha? Remind me again what Alpha is. And then number two, if we're doing Alpha in September, why are we thinking about it so much right now? So I want to answer those two questions for you because this is something that I think is really important and I'm really excited about. So what is Alpha? So Alpha is a celebration of the core of Christianity. It's a course that walks through the basics of what Christianity is all about. And I've seen the Alpha course be really powerful in two ways. Number one, I've seen people who've been churchgoers their whole life, who've been, disciples of Jesus and everything, who go on an Alpha course and then they were just reinvigorated in their faith because there's something about like revisiting the core, like that nuclear core of what's at the center of our faith that is just really powerful. And is encouraging and helps people grow, and it re-energizes them and it bonds them with others. So I've seen Alpha have a huge effect on Christians. The other way that I've seen Alpha have a huge effect on people is people who are curious or seeking. So non-Christians who are they know some Christians in their life and they know generally about Christianity, but they've never really asked, like, what is the faith all about? Like, what's at the core of it? And so Alpha is like the perfect, like, low pressure, safe place for people to come and hear about the core of the Christian faith and ask any question that they have and and have a freedom for that. The Alpha course is like a beautiful, fascinating, relational experience for people that starts with dinner with people, and you're getting to know the same group of people every week. And then there's a talk that addresses one core part of the Christian faith, and it's an engaging and interesting. And then over dessert, you process it with others. So it's a beautiful thing. I have probably been on close to 20 Alpha courses. And it's been the highlight of my ministry life. Nothing's even close to that. It is so powerful to see people like re-energized in their faith and to see people come to faith or just step closer to Jesus in learning about the Christian faith. So that's what Alpha is. And that's why we're doing it, is so that we can invite friends in our lives and so that we ourselves can go to the Alpha course this September. Now, why are we talking about it so much? Why are we seeing this thing so much right now when the course doesn't start until September? Well, here's why. Alpha works when people are bringing their friends. So people don't come to Alpha because they see a poster. They don't come to Alpha because they see something online. Usually, people come to Alpha on the arm of a friend because a friend has invited them and said, hey, my church is doing this cool thing. I want to try it out. I thought of you. Hey, would you want to come one time and try it with me? That's how people come to Alpha. And so we want to be preparing ourselves even now in prayer, asking God, who in my life might you want me to bring or invite to Alpha in September, this fall? And there may be some people in your life, or maybe you're sitting there going, I don't have anyone I would invite, or the people I would think of inviting, I don't know that they're ready. If you think in terms of the spiritual conversation curve, which we've been talking about as a church, some of your friends are maybe unreceptive to hearing about the Christian faith. Alpha is really helpful for people who are either receptive or who are actively seeking. And so what can we do now to gain a hearing? What can we do between now and September to gain a hearing and gain trust with people so that when September comes, they're a little more open and we can say, hey, would you want to come to this thing with me? And so to do that, we can be praying, having conversations with our friends. We can be chatting and relating with people like we've talked about. That's part of what helps you gain a hearing. But the other thing we're doing as a church in a really strategic way, we're being led by our minister of outreach, Wendy. We're creating a calendar of invite a friend events. And these are going to start soon and go through the summer into the fall. And we're going to have a whole invite a friend calendar that will have all these different invite a friend events that are fun events, many of them coming out of the gifts of people in the congregation. And you know, we're in this gift series right now. We all have these different gifts. And so there's just certain fun things, fun ways that people can share their gifts with each other that will create little events for us to be inviting our friends to that, you know, the gospel is not necessarily going to be shared, but it's a way that we can invite someone to a more friendly thing, something that is an easier invite. Like, I think someone told me that someone shared that they have a gift in like doing one arm crocheting. I don't even know what that is. But Wendy tells me it's like really fun. And so we're going to put an event together where this person can share their gift and others in the church can say, see that on the calendar and go, I have some really craftsy friends. I want to invite them to come and we're going to learn how to do this one arm crocheting thing together. Some of those events will be at the church. Some of them will be outside of the church, but there are going to be events that are easier to invite friends to and relatives to, where you can be getting to know each other more and building a little trust. If some of those events are in the church building, people can get used to the First and Calvary building, get to know like, oh, this is like a normal type of place. And there's like a double win here. Number one is just we're sharing our gifts. We're doing fun things with each other. We're going to have this calendar of events, just fun invite a friend events that you can do. And that's just a bonus. It's to help us get to know each other better and to get to know others better and just be a blessing. So that's a win, period. But the other thing that those events can help us do is just gain a hearing with people and get to know them more so that this fall, when Alpha is closer, people might be more willing to go, yeah, you know, I had fun at that event that I went to at First and Calvary. I'll try this Alpha thing. I'll go to one night. So that's what Alpha is. That's why we're starting to talk about it. So be looking for a couple things. Be looking for some training videos coming out that'll let you know more about what Alpha is and ways that you can be preparing for Alpha even now. Also look for this calendar of events. So be looking for some of these to be announced, some of these invite a friend events in the invite a friend calendar, and be looking at those and just think about a friend that you can invite. And then mostly importantly, did I say that right? Most importantly, I think that's the right way of saying it. Most importantly, we're going to start praying. Our mission is to be making disciples of Jesus. And part of that is us growing as disciples and helping other Christians grow as disciples. Part of that is helping people become disciples. And that is hugely important. It's at the core of who we are as a church going forward. And this fall, and this Alpha course can be something, and it historically has been, and around the world, Alpha courses are used by God to help people learn about the gospel, learn about Jesus, and fall in love with him. That's big stakes. Those are huge spiritual dynamics involved in this. And so we need to be in humility praying for people in our lives, praying for the team of volunteers that's going to come together, praying for September when this is going to happen. So I'm so excited about it. That's why you're going to be seeing a lot more of this guy. And that's why I'm really excited to see what God might do through our humble efforts. So I invite you to be praying to God how he wants you to be involved in all this as well. And thanks for stopping by my office, and I'll see you again soon.